G'day everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Pierre and this is Simple Home Brew. Today we're doing the second part of the Blushing Ginger Saison that we just did. We're adding ginger, we're adding raspberries, and we're also going to transfer it to a secondary. After we've done that, we're going to add it to a keg, gas it, and then try it. And we're going to do a tasting video live in front of all you guys. And hopefully it works out really well. So stick around for that one. Firstly, I would like to welcome a new supporter to my Patreon. Andrew, welcome aboard, mate. It's really good to see you. Thank you for supporting this channel, and thank you to my Patreons for supporting this channel. It's absolutely awesome that you're there and behind us. Thank you. So first, I have to peel my ginger, which really is quite hard. So debark, as Mike put it, or as it's been known as. So I'll debark it and I'll grate it, and I'll show you the process. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll grind that down. I don't know how well it's going to go on this thing. Oh, it's working. Okay, so I need to squeeze the juice out of the ginger. Now the problem I've got is I don't have cheesecloth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Primo ham bag. Ham as in pork. I'm going to squeeze the juice out of it into this. You need to produce about 3 to 4 ounces of ginger juice. Now ginger is a very natural antibacteria. So I'm just going to squeeze as much as possible, and I'm just going to have to do with what I've got. Right, that's all my strength. Now weigh that, see how much is in there? Now he was requiring to get 3 to 4 ounces. 3 to 4 ounces is 28.3 mil per ounce. So I've got more than 3 ounces, so very happy I've got what I need. That's awesome, that worked. Alright, next job. So now the next job is to produce some more raspberry juice, which is what I'll do now. Once I'm done with that, I'll now transfer the beer, what is now beer, into a secondary, which I've never done before as well, and hopefully make the desired beer I'm after. Okay. So we've got a secondary. I'll bring you down a bit. Yeah, Lou. We've got a secondary. People have said don't pick it up by the handle because it'll break on me, and that'll be fun. But we're going to tip this sanitizer out. Like so. So that's been in there for a little while anyway, so I'll get rid of the sanitizer. Pour that into, put my funnel in there so it gets sanitized as well, because I'm going to use it. So as you know, don't fear the foam. Oh, there's always foam. Sorry about that. So from here on, if you can see what I'm doing on whichever camera, I'm pretty sure this camera here would actually be the one. So right now you're seeing my fermenter. I have my raspberry, which I'll pour in now. Bit messy. That's my raspberry juice. Smells good. Then I'll put my ginger juice in. I'll have a quick stir of that because I'm noticing it settling at the bottom a little bit. Now the ginger will give it that nice pepper hit. So when you drink it, you'll taste it in your beer. So that goes in, just like that. So now what I'm required to do is transfer this into that. And the problem I've got is I don't have the right cabling to go from here, from my output with the tube, into the fermenter without really oxygenating everything. So I'm going to do it the old way. I'm going to let the pressure out, which will foam up a little bit once the pressure gets out. Now I have closed the tube valve to make sure. See how it's foaming up? Look at that. I kind of knew that would happen. So it stirred it up a bit, which is a problem. I probably should have done this before. Bugger. Doesn't smell good. Smells like feet. I'm joking. It does really. It doesn't smell great, that's for sure. Yeah, you're not joking there, I can tell you now. Anyway, I've cracked the valve, let the gas out, and the problem with letting the gas out, it depressurizes the brew, and all the sediment and everything that was on the bottom is now up and inside the actual unit. So I'm a bit disappointed. So I might just let that sit for another half an hour, just to let it settle a little bit before I start transferring. So I'll be back. Okay, it's been a little while now, so it's settled a little bit better. I've got my little strap to undo my lid here. I tell you what, you would never undo this without this. It's just too difficult. It's hard enough with it. So, that wasn't that bad. Biggest hint is to let the pressure out before trying to undo it. The hardest part is actually getting the lid off, which sometimes comes off easy and sometimes not at all, which is now. So it needs to have pressure a little bit behind it to help you get it off. So the best thing is just to get pressure in there, which I could do, which I might do. Just inject a little bit of air, gas in there, just to pressurize it. But don't need much, just need a couple of pounds of pressure. And it needs a couple. You go on that. That should now help me. Get it off. I got more pressure in there than I thought. Okay. That could have been dangerous. So now, what we're going to do is get the old auto siphon, which has been sitting in sanitizer. So I'm going to just throw this in like this. Go to the bottom. I've got, like I said, the bottom. Oh yeah, we're down the bottom already. That's great. And it started. We're transferring. So the good thing about this beer that I'm doing now is that it's slightly carbonated. So basically, it's going to push carbon through here and out very quickly, and hopefully get rid of most of the oxygen we already have in our tanks. So once this little fella is full, I'll come back to you guys. See you soon. Okay, so this is finished transferring. It's transferred almost all of it. And I even got a little bit of trube. Doesn't matter, it'll settle out nicely anyway. There's a lot still left in the fermenter anyway, so I'm not losing out. So I'm not getting anything bad happening. I can tell you now, the smell is awesome. It is awesome. It really is. Love it. Love it. I'm just going to put a bit of sanitizer in the top of this so we can keep it protected. There's the sanitizer here. So I'll just grab my squirt bottle of sanitizer and throw a little bit in there. Just halfway up, just to make it enough to protect it. It will bubble a bit for a while, and the actual gases that are already in it will actually push the oxygen out anyway. So I'll pop that up out the way. This guy can come out. So now I'll take this. And it will sit here and do its secondary fermentation for some time, probably a week, I'd say. I'll have a look at it and keep my eye on it. And after that, we'll come back and we'll bottle it, we'll keg it, we'll do what we have to do and see how it comes out. But at the moment, it is still a little bit cloudy, but that will settle and it should clear out really nice, hopefully. So keep watching, we're nearly there. So I'm ready to do a transfer into my keg basically so I can start drinking it soon. And looking forward to it. I've made up a little bit more strawberries. There's about 400 ml of strawberries left to go in, which is what I'll put in. This is all I've got left. That will be transferred into the keg and mixed with the settled, as much as I can anyway, the settled secondary. And the secondary is cleared out as much as I can get it to clear out. I haven't used anything chemically in it, so it's going to be naturally clear. So it's going to be a bit cloudy, which I don't mind. I like that anyway, gives it a bit more flavour, I think, anyway. Sorry, I got a sore neck, I cricked it. Ooh. So what I'm doing now is all I'm doing is spraying the top here, just so I don't get the chance of getting any kind of bacteria in my beer when I put it in. It's very vital that we do this right now because everything's cold and I've been very careful to keep everything clean. So I'll just purge the sanitizer out of that. Keep it in so it's sanitized. So this is fully sanitized. I'm going to open this up, pop this in. This little red knob will stop me from going below the mark of the sediment. I'll keep that in the sanitizer while I'm doing this. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'll have it on an angle. So carefully and calmly put that in. Right down until I feel it touched close to the bottom. And it's touched the bottom. So what I need to do now is put my hose in here. So I need to purge the gas out of this. Now remember, I've sanitized around here. I don't want to open it wide. I just want to open it so it's just open and I can get my hose in like this. And I want to put this all the way to the bottom till it hits the bottom. So when it comes out, it minimizes the amount of oxygen I'm injecting into my beer. So now I will start my transfer. A little bit of sediment got in, but it should be fine there. So there you go, my transfer has started and I just realised I haven't put my raspberries in, so I'll do that now. So I'm hoping that the CO2 that's in the bottom of this will prevent it from stirring up into oxygen and oxygenating the beer, so this should be fine now. These raspberries don't have a lot of sugar in them, they're just more of a flavour. So it shouldn't try and ferment again. It shouldn't anyway, because it's going to be 2 degrees Celsius from here on in until we drink it. So if you put it out in the open and let it warm up, the yeast will start activating and we'll eat whatever sugar's left. It shouldn't cause issues, but I don't know if I should leave it, let it age a bit outside of the fridge or not, but I don't think I will. I'll just let this drain in and just live with that. I think it'll be fine. So there is 18 litres of beer to go in, and I believe it's going to be very tasty. You can smell, I can smell ginger, which is awesome. Not much, but ginger. It's a ginger beer. And I can smell the raspberries wafting up as well. So this is a very interesting job. You can see my tilt sitting there waiting. So once I'm done, I'll come back to you guys and we'll talk about carbonating and tasting. Cheers. Alright, so I've got as much as I can out of it. It's almost a full keg, which I'm really happy with. It's nearly 19 litres, so I'm happy about that. I need to now purge the oxygen out of the top, which I'll do now. Grab my gas bottle. Won't take me too long, it's only a little bit in the top. In, cracker open, put some gas in. all I'm doing is just getting rid of the excess oxygen that might be on the top of this, just so it doesn't mix as much as I possibly can do. The oxygen's always going to get in regardless, it's not a closed transfer. Just another quick check. Oh, looks like I'm out of gas. Just checking now, it's pressurized. The gas bottle's empty. I just want to make sure, now I've purged it, there's no oxygen so I can tip it up. I just want to make sure it doesn't leak. Valve's shut. Tip it up. I've got no beer coming out. That's what I'm hoping. All the beer is probably up to about here. So if we had leaks, we're under pressure, it should have come out. Oh, I reckon that's mixed. Okay. So I just want a sturdy. So what I did then, I just basically shook it up a little bit just to stir the raspberries through it, just to make sure it's perfectly okay. So now I'll pop that back in the fridge, leave it in there to age a little bit, and yeah, get some carbonation in and we'll do a tasting. Thanks guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to check Mike's video out on the same product. He taught me how to make this, he's teaching me how to brew properly. And give him a like and give him a subscribe because he is awesome. We'll see you soon. Cheers.